Hey guys, Huntbook here, and welcome back to another video. And today, we're starting a brand new series. At least I hope. This could be a one-time video, but it should be fun nonetheless. Because what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be coding with Huntbook. Yes, that's right, we're going to be coding with Huntbook. I've even prepared a little bit of a welcoming class that should say... yeah, there we go. It should say Coding with Huntbook, which is the title of this series. Now, in this episode, I want to kind of beautify this class a little bit to make it a little more, what's the word? Good, that's the word. Yeah, so we're gonna make this a little better, and for the next episode, what I want you to do is comment down below what you want me to do for the next episode. I don't want to make a video game in one episode, but just something random, something fun that involves interacting with the console. I wouldn't call myself an expert at programming, but at least with Java, I'm kind of experienced. I'm currently in the works of making a game, a terminal game, as I like to call it, which kind of involves interacting with the terminal. I'm going to show you a little bit of that game at the end of this episode. But for now, let's go ahead and fidget with this class right here. So far, it's basically just printing out coding with Huntbook into the console. But what if we do the following? By the way, I have a program set up for myself that allows me to type in keywords, and it will fill in code according to that keyword. For example, if I type in equals, if equals, it'll make an if statement for me. If I type in equals else if, it'll make an else if statement for me, which is very cool indeed. For now, let's go ahead and make it sleep. And let's make it sleep for half a second. So now, let's see this. As you can see, it waited half a second before printing out coding with Huntbook. But that's not enough. This is not complicated enough. Let's go ahead and make it after it says coding with Huntbook. It's going to... no, you know what? No. First, let's go ahead and just make a static scanner. We're going to need to import scanner first. Then we're going to make a static string. We're going to call it S. And we're going to set it equal to nothing for now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say S equals scan dot next line. This, if you don't know, because I'm sure that at least 90% of people watching this video don't know what's going on. If I now type in anything, so let's type in anything, it's going to print out coding with Huntbook. Okay, so this is fun, right? This is pretty fun to type in things and then getting a response. That is coincidentally the title of the series, but we can go further. Let's say if S content equals start, then do this. So it started the episode basically. So now if we do this, we're going to say if we type in gibberish and hit enter, nothing's gonna happen. But if we type in start, it's going to say coding with Huntbook. So then what I want this code to do is I want it to start counting how long this episode took. And then we're going to make an integer. In fact, we're going to make it outside here. We're going to call it timer. We're going to set it to 0. And we're going to add 1 inside this while loop. And then we're going to just simply print timer. Also, sleep for 1 second. So, start coding with Huntbook, and as you can see, it starts counting up. Okay, this is cool. Now it starts counting up. If I just put this higher up, as you can see, it will just count up to infinity. It won't stop. So now if we say timer is smaller than 10, then what's going to happen is if we do start, then it's going to count up until it reaches 10, and as soon as it reaches 10, it should stop. There you go. That's very cool. Now, as soon as it stops with the program, I think what it should do is episode ended, or something like that. In fact, let's make it so that we can specify how long an episode takes, and I think that should do it. Start. And it's gonna ask us to type in a number. Let's make this 5, and it will count up to 5, and it will say episode ended. I'm gonna leave this program here. This is cool. Let's close out of this, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of the game I'm currently making. So these are all the files that are currently used, except for this one, all of them are used. And this is the main file. This is where it all starts. This is basically just the main menu, kind of. So if I run this, so let's run this. Play, settings, about, quit. And what I mean by terminal game is you can play it by just interacting with the console. So now, if I type in play, these are the options you have. This is basically a card game. So this is player 1's deck. It has 5 cards, and each card has a strength, a speed, and an intellect. Now this is actually a pretty good card. This one is also pretty good. Let's hit enter and see what player 2 has. Obviously now the player 1 is supposed to look away. These are always random, so it's always different for which cards you're gonna get. Now it's player 1's turn. So player 1 can go ahead and type in list in order to see their deck again. And this is the same deck as you before. And now let's type in set. And now it says select a card 1 through 5. So we're going to need to select a card that we want to fight with. Let's go ahead and select the strongest one is obviously this one. So let's type in 5 and hit enter. Player 2. So player 2 is obviously also going to set their strongest card. Okay, and player 1 has won the battle. So now the player 1 can accept or reject the card that they have won. And the card that they have won is always the enemy's card. So if I go ahead and accept, if you remember from before, this is player 2's card. So let's do number 4. And as you can see, now we have that card in the 4th slot. These stars mean that you cannot use them because every card has a cooldown after you've used them. So now if I do set 5, as you can see it says card cannot be used, wait 3 more rounds. That's basically the gist. I'm not going to show you everything. There's a couple of extra game modes and a couple you can play against a computer. But this is a pretty cool game, and I'm looking forward to releasing this. That's everything I got to show you for this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like, which helps the channel out a lot. I hope we reach more than 5 plus 1 equals the answer. Tell me in the comments down below. Anyway, if this video happens to be the first one you see by me, then don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos of me about basically anything now. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.